Well, it's me, Mr. O'Man, and I'm here just to mess with you again because I got coffee, just to irk you, right? Because every like 5 seconds I'm gonna be going, and then I keep doing that. Yeah, I'm just gonna irk you, but it's better than chewing gum, isn't it? I hate coffee, stay away, because right now I'm sick. Don't I sound sick? Yeah, because my throat is sore. Kind of, it hurts when I swallow, so, you know, I'm sick. Have pity for me. Have a lot of pity for me, you know, but don't, yeah. Anyway, so, I'm going to cover a subject today that I didn't want to do. Honestly, I didn't want to do it. I feel like, why not? You know, I live in America. This is my country. I can say what I want. I got freedom of speech here, okay? So, yeah, okay, we'll cover that. Hang on. We'll cover it in a second. But it's like, I'm in my country, I have freedom of speech. The group of people this is directed towards doesn't have the rights I do, okay? They could, but they don't, because they choose not to. What would that be? It's not that hard to figure out. I'm not just talking about Mexicans. I'm talking about any illegal immigrant. I don't have any problem with a certain class of people. I don't have problems with Mexicans. I don't have problems with black people, Asian people, any sort of person, unless you're coming in illegally. Alright? Now, by what I'm saying with that means that, you know, oh, Mexicans are bad because they're, you know, they're just bad. No, they're not. I'm not saying that at all. Because Mexicans are really good. I like Mexico. But it's the illegal problem that I have the issue with. And that is where we run into problems. You figured that out already, didn't you? Alright, so, it's like this. You have a bad life in your country, okay? You feel like abandoning it. So you decide, oh, we'll come over to this country. But you figure, well, I'm not going to go through the process that it would take, you know, all the process to come here legally. So, I'm going to come into this country illegally and demand my rights in a country that I don't even belong to. It's basically what's happening. And it's like, alright, so someone from the street decides they want to break into your house, and they break in, you know, and they start living there. And then you start giving them money and allowance to go and buy stuff. Alright? This is what's happening, because it's like we're giving these people, like I was reading about, was it North Carolina, some place in there, they're issuing driver's license to illegal immigrants. Excuse me, you find an illegal immigrant, send them back to their country, deport them, then they can come in legally, or give them the option to legally get there. Don't, you know, to legally get citizenship. And they'll be like, oh, you're illegal here, you know, take this license and, you know, have fun screwing with our country, where you're taking jobs away from us and you're on, like, our public systems and you're not paying taxes. Alright? I work, I pay taxes, and this is going to sound hate-filled, okay? But, you know, all I'm saying, but it's not, okay? I'm not hating towards a certain type of person. I just want to keep emphasizing that because, you know, you'll be like, oh, you know, you hate them. No, I don't. But, like that. Just put dramatics in there. Put coffee in my hand, then I'll splash it right in my face. No, I don't hate the certain people. I mean, like, you know, the group of, you know, wherever you come from. Hey, you know, I'd hate if Americans were going on to Mexico. I'd hate that if I lived in Mexico. You know, yeah, Mexico. The Mexico? Yeah. Mexicans? Who cares? I was like, do Mexicans speak Mexican? Do Mexicans speak Mexican? No, they speak Spanish, I guess. I don't know. It's so crazy. We speak American? Technically, no English. Whatever. Anyway, yeah, so if I lived in Mexico, I'd be upset about Americans coming down there illegally. So, it's not just, I mean, I'd be mad at myself, if that makes sense, you know? I'd be racist against myself. If that's possible. I don't know if it is or not. But, so anyway, you can tell I'm tired. Whatever that was. Where were we? We left off somewhere. Oh yeah, so in North Carolina, the driver's license, they're going to have a pink strip, and it's going to say no lawful status on the license. And they're saying, oh, people are, you know, the illegal immigrants are worried about this because it's going to brand them as, you know, oh, people are going to know I'm here illegally, and then, you know, it's like, you know, if they go to buy something, like, you know, you got to use their license for, or, what was the other thing? Oh yeah, that lady was worried that it's going to take too long for this to, you know, go into effect, and it's going to prevent her from getting a job and driving herself to work. You're going to be taking a job away from an American citizen. Excuse me, don't do that. I mean, not don't do it, but you shouldn't have the right to do that. When I got the job where I work, if the view, who cares? Fire me if you want. But these aren't the views of the place I work. I'm not saying where I work. If you guess where I work, it's a guess. And they're not the views of the place, honestly, because these are personally me. And anyway, leaving that aside. Oh yeah, when I got a job, you know, even to apply on a job, social security number, you know, where you live, you know, birthday, you know, a lot of information that, you know, everyone has, but some stuff like social security number and more information like that, you need it, a driver's license, all that stuff. So, I mean, I don't get how they can be getting the jobs like this. And it's so hard for, but then again, I guess a lot of those jobs are like, here, $20, you know, you did the job good, you know. It's not a real job, I guess, but they're getting paid for it. So, but, watch. I don't even know when I started this. Yeah, we'll just keep going until the battery dies, right? Right? Isn't that fun? You just keep hearing me blab on until the battery dies. But, alright, now I found some numbers on Wikipedia. Wikipedia is the best place to go because it's true, because it's on the internet. And if you write a research paper, go onto Wikipedia and, you know, just copy and paste the whole page and just put Wikipedia as your reference on the bottom. Right? 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 Or just print page. That'll be simpler. And then, okay, Wikipedia. So, I was looking at here, the population 2012 estimate of the United States. It was estimated that there was, you know, approximately 315 million people here. Okay, that's a good amount of people. You know, I guess the third country in the world, if you want a more precise number. 315,585,000 and a 000, because those zeros don't count. All right, now, the illegal immigrants in the United States. The illegal immigration population in the United States was estimated by blah, 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 to be about 11 million people. Okay, down from 12.5 million in 2007. Other estimates ranges, or whatever, they range from 7 to 20 million. All right, and now, and in 2005, 56% of illegal immigrants were from Mexico, 22% were from other Latin countries, primarily from Central America, 13% were from Asia, 6% were from Europe and Canada, and 3% were from Africa and the rest of the world. How can you get near, you know, from here? It's like, I mean, from, across the world you're going to fly a plane, I don't know. But anyway, that boggles my mind. But anyway, so, I mean, that's a kind of a good chunk of people, you know, it's kind of a problem I see here. And my biggest problem with this is, all right, they're in here. What are we doing about it? We're giving them rights, right? America, land of the free. Give them rights, even if they don't belong here. Someone comes in your house, like I was saying, oh, here, take some money. You know, you don't belong here. You don't live here, but I'm going to pay for everything you got. And they're using our facilities. We're having to protect them with our police and all that stuff, you know. So all this extra money, that it's a burden on America. I mean, and some people might be, well, it's not that serious, but I mean, I personally think it's kind of serious. So, you know, I mean, maybe that's just me, but I can't stand it. Right hand coffee, drink it, and use left hand for mouse. Right? So, oh, that's good. Let's go down here. I shouldn't use my left hand for that. What were we talking about? Right, illegal immigrants. So, I mean, it's like, I don't, like I keep saying, I just want to keep enforcing this. I don't have a problem with the people, okay? The people, not their culture. If I was to see a Mexican on the street, I wouldn't have a problem with them, because nobody in the world is a bad person. No, that's the thing that I find, you know, problem with. Some people are like, oh, you know, blacks are awful. No, they're not. Because you can't take and just group people into a general type of thing, like, what's, I guess, stereotyping? Stereotyping. Typing, yeah. You can't just take people and group them all into one giant, you know, thing. Oh, black people are bad. Huh? No, they're not. I mean, I know some that are, like, the nicest people. The one that I haven't seen for a while, but my mom knows, you know, she was saying he's one of the nicest people pretty much in the world. And it's like, yeah, because not everyone is bad. And I'm not, it's almost like there are some white people that I am like terrified of, you know. I get nervous with people. All right, here's one point too. Let's get on this point. If you, I don't care what color you are, even white people, let's use this. If you have tons of piercings and tattoos, I'm going to be freaked out at the sight of you, okay? I've seen some people that it's been like, oh, man. You know, it's like, are you from, like, some lost tribe from another country that doesn't exist yet? You know, or, you know, stuff like that. It's almost like, whoa, you know, kind of takes it back. If you're going to get piercings like that, honestly, if I was to get an earring or an ear piercing or, like, a barbell on my tongue, I'd get, or, like, through my lip or wherever, I would get the most expensive, I wouldn't put a piece of steel, and, you know, I wouldn't get, ball bearing or whatever sticking on my tongue. I would get the most expensive diamond and platinum encrusted little like flower thing or whatever. I get some giant, huge, expensive, like ridiculous thing, and then wear it because it's like I wear dog tags, and those are stainless steel because you know those are on and off. You know, it's not. I'm not trying to up my value by wearing those. One ring I got, I'm not wearing it right now, but with the Lord's Prayer on it, that's a stainless steel. So you know, I don't need that to be made out of gold. But if I had a piercing or something, I'd make sure whatever I put in it was worth it, you know, if that makes sense. That was good. Yeah, anyway. Free coffee. I always like free stuff, right? McDonald's is running free coffee all this week. At least the one I'm at. As if why not go up, but I'm going to keep getting coffee, you know. I may have to stay awake, but I don't know where people says I don't know where people says that coffee gives you energy, but I've never really experienced that before. But doing some videos last time about evolution, now drinking this and I'm more buzzed. Right, I'm almost finished with this. I should get a large next time. Right, but like I keep saying, me on drugs would be awful. That's the one thing I never wanted. I'll try almost anything. Well, not anything, but most stuff, you know. That's one thing too. Excuse me, weird on my voice. I'm pretty much between, let's say, smoking and drinking. Neither one's good for you technically. I'd say at first I thought smoking would be better for you, until you know it's like, well, because it doesn't really impair your judgment that much. But then I kind of decided and was thinking, well, actually drinking would probably be better because if you do it in extreme moderation, like you should, the lasting effects wouldn't be as major as smoking. Smoking, you smoke, you get tar in your lungs, it builds up, you die. Drinking, if you take a drink, a small amount, you know, your liver and stuff can process it, and it'll be out of you by the time you take another drink, and it won't really build up. I don't think alcohol really builds up in your system that I'm aware of. So, I mean, then, you know, if you're drinking beer or something, you get a gut. But that's one thing, I never really drink. I didn't say I never really, I said I never would really, because I don't drink. But, I drink coffee. But I never would really drink, like, beer, because that's just too, it's almost like, oh, well, just to drink, you know, I'd rather have something that's strong, like a stronger liquor, and have it more for, like, the flavor and the experience of it than just trying to get as drunk as possible with, you know, having, like, the smallest alcohol content so I can just keep drinking and drinking, you know, if that makes sense. Yeah, I'm getting down there. But, anyway, so, I don't know if there's much more to say. Just, that, oh, like I was saying, grouping originally what I was saying. Grouping everybody into just the class of people. You can't do that because you'll end up with, like, you know, you'll end up where everybody that's not like you is bad and everybody like you is good. And that isn't true because, you know, I can feel an echo in here when I'm talking. I can feel it. Let's see.
Can you hear an echo?
Yeah, because it's almost empty. More coffee. Oh well. But, yeah. So, you know, it's almost like I like first-person shooters. But, and I don't like, I like first-person shooters because you can blow stuff up. Play Far Cry 2. I don't care if it's an old game, just play it because, you know. But anyway, so, alright, here's the thing. I like first-person shooters, okay? I'm more of an action guy, you know. Now, does that mean... StarCraft 2, strategy game. does that mean that I hate all strategy games? Well, now, I've tried to play StarCraft. It's not exactly my type of game. However, I like Advance Wars 2, Mech Platoon. StarCraft isn't bad. I just generally don't like strategy games. So, does that mean all strategy games are bad? No, it doesn't. I just don't prefer some of them. So, are you dropping coffee? No. So it's almost like shooters. I don't like the way modern shooters are going. First-person shooters. Would I say like first-person shooters are bad? Absolutely not, because they're my favorite type of game, pretty much. So, and I don't really enjoy a lot of the old school NES type side-scroll games. Not first-person shooters. I'm talking about side-scroll now. You guys didn't realize we just swapped subject. Switch. Okay, hang on. Let's try this again. Switched subjects. At work, I was trying to say something a day or two ago, and it just would not come out. It was like, Oh, there's still some left down there. Whoa! Anyway, so yeah, at work, I was trying to say something that just wouldn't come out. But, oh yeah, so like side-scroll games, I don't prefer a lot of the old school type, one hit and you're dead type games, but that doesn't mean that they're bad. I actually like, side-scroll games. Metro Zero Mission, one of my favorite games is side-scroll, and I just don't prefer those ones, okay? So that's what I'm saying, kind of minor thing. And when you get into people and classes of people, it gets really complicated, okay? But like I was saying, I'm for a lot of this stuff. I don't have any problem with the people coming in legally, okay? Because I like that, you get, I'm not saying to mix all your different cultures together, but it's like, you get different people, it's interesting. But at the same time, I have a problem when, alright, this is illegal. Don't do it. It's illegal. So, if they're called illegal immigrants because it's illegal to do. It's against the law. Okay? It's like speeding is against the law. You get a ticket if you speed. Coming in America without your green card, visa, whatever it is illegal. You should get ticketed or fined or sent back to wherever you came from. Alright? Come back in a year or two later, legally, I don't have a problem. You're here illegally, okay? They kick you out. You come back in a month later legally, hey, no problem with that. See what I'm saying? I don't have a problem with the people. I have a problem with what they're doing. It's as simple as that. And I know it's a really complex subject, and I'm not the end-all, cure-all guy in it, because I'm not. It's just my opinion, okay? So, in knowing that it's my opinion, and my opinion is worth, as much as flash paper in a barn fire, or a pig roast, or... That doesn't even make sense. Flash paper, gunpowder in a barbecue. Johnson, let's cook this pig with some gunpowder. It's not gonna work. Who cares, Johnson? Poof, they're dead. So, anyway, that's enough. My voice is gonna be trash now. It's like, hurts. Not really bad. Can't complain much. I can complain, but not much, okay? I do have the right to complain, right? Right? Oh, man. I gotta figure out how much money I want to spend, because I'm looking on Amazon, and there's a lot of stuff I want to get. And it's kind of like... Not Inception. Not the soundtrack, but music-wise. Yeah. But other stuff music-wise. And I have never really bought, well, other than Inception and Skyfall CD, which I showed out in one video that I don't think I uploaded. That was about a paratrooper knife. I don't know if I'll upload that, but probably do another review on it. That one was just awful. But, yeah, so some music I'm thinking of buying. I'll do a video if I get it. It's like $100 and just this one order I want to get. But it's like, better to buy this stuff legally than go to prison for the rest of your life, So, that's what I'm talking about. Hey, I can buy this stuff legally. Why really pirate it? If you can buy it legally, what? Is it not good enough to buy? Well, then why are you listening to it? I guess that's now what I'm seeing is like, all right, that, you watch the movie. Oh, I'm going to pirate it online. Well, is it not good enough to pay for? Well, no, I just don't want to pay for it. Well, why not? If it's good enough to watch, it's good enough to pay for, right? If it's good enough to listen to, or, you wouldn't go to the store and steal a pig roast, would you? I keep using pig roast. Let's use something else. You wouldn't go to the store and steal a chicken to eat because, oh, well, I just don't want to pay for it. Okay. But anyway, so I figure straight and narrow for me. Buy music, which I haven't really bought music, that much, so I feel weird getting CDs and stuff. You know, it's just kind of something like, you know, I feel like I'm gonna be some heavy like rock metal guy in a car going, like, you know, have my speakers up. I don't even have a CD player in my car. It's not my car, but you know, so I can't even pump the music loud. But I feel like I'm gonna be that type of guy. You know, like I don't want to turn all hipster and stuff. I want to stay who I am. I don't want to change because the media tells me to change. It's like, oh, you gotta be on Facebook and Twitter, else you're not cool. It's like, forget you. I don't want to be cool. I just want to stay at what I'm doing. I don't see. That's what bugs me. I like Blade Ops on YouTube here. Okay, great channel. You know, I've ordered from them before. $80 Balisong knife. So obviously, I like them because I spent $80 on one of their products. See, thumbs up. See, send me money and stuff. You know, I just that was a shameless advertisement. No, not shameless because I'm not even advertising myself. But that was an advertisement for you, so you better give me royalties for advertising, right? Now, but Blade Ops still, I mean, they're a great company. I mean, you know, I've ordered from them before, and you know, great fast service. Got the product exactly what I wanted. They got pretty good prices and free shipping. I think on everything pretty much. So, you know, not bad. Is this still recording? I just don't want to be blabbing onto nothing. I better push the button. But so, you know, great company. The only problem is they actually, I think that's the reason why I got a YouTube channel on here, was to make a video for a contest they had going, and which I lost. But you know, and it wasn't the FR Texan video. This was like my first video I made, you know, on Balisong review. Actually, a Balisong I bought from them. And the only problem is now their contests are on like Facebook and stuff. It's like, no, you don't need. I mean, it's like, don't you people have a life yourself? I mean, can't you? Is your life that boring where you have to pry into someone else's life? I mean, come on. Anyway, you know, just random rant for me. Food. I see food because I scroll onto the part on the American fast food industry, the world's largest pioneered drive-through format in the 1930s. Fast food consumption has sparked health concerns. During the 1980s and 1990s, Americans' calorie intake rose 24%. Frequently dying in fast food outlets associated with what public health officials call Americans' obesity epidemic. You can't call them fat people, they're obese, right? Whatever. Highly sweetened soft drinks are widely popular, and sugary beverages account for 9% of Americans' calorie intake. Drink coffee. Doesn't have as much. I take cream and sugar in it, but who cares? So yeah, that's dangerous, right? Mainstream American cuisine is similar to that to other Western cultures, where primary cereal, whatever, traditional, Cajun and Tex-Mex. What in the world? I don't have a clue what I'm reading. Pizza, hamburgers, hot dogs, fried chicken, and apple pie. I'm getting too hungry. Oh, never mind. See you later.